Okay, so there are witnesses to what happened in the Lauren Drive neighborhood. First of all, like I said, if you're pulling in the driveway of where I lived at 4650 Lauren Drive, off Highland, Old Grand Haven, Norton Shores, Michigan, United States of America. The first house to the right, 4662, that's the guy. He works like he was doing a lot of strange stuff. I noticed on multiple occasions, repeatedly, like every time I came out of the neighborhood, this guy would follow me to different places out of the neighborhood around Muskegon County. He would cut his lawn wearing red and black like 5 times a week. I mean, everything that the other neighbors were doing, he was doing. The next house after that is the Quick family. They were involved in all the same stuff. Then the next house after that is a woman with blonde hair, and I believe she's a nurse. She works in the medical field. And back in the summer of 2016, all these people were involved in the neighborhood watch group following me around. And it's not really a neighborhood watch group; it's an unlicensed fake neighborhood watch group. They're not doing anything. The whole activity of it is just to harass people. At least that's what happened to me. So at the house with the woman with the blonde hair, which is again 3 houses to the right, that woman with the blonde hair had in her car the girl I sent the flowers to. So the woman I sent the flowers to, that I met in 2012, that I believe she said her name was Jamie. You know, I could be wrong. I had forgot what her name was, and when I sent the flowers, I just put to Robin's oldest daughter. But so I forgot what her name was. I believe it was Jamie. I mean, maybe that's what she told me, and she was lying. You know, but the woman that I sent the flowers to, she had a green Chevrolet or a green Ford at the time that I sent the flowers, and she looks just like her sister Samantha Pastuca, and they both have natural red hair. And she was the girl I sent the flowers to, she was 17 when I met her. I talked to her a few times. So when I sent her the flowers, she was 21 years old. And there never was an instance of me trying to pull any woman out of any car. None of this had anything to do with the woman in the police report. Amanda Cherry had nothing to do with anything. I mean, from what I know, that's not Robin Pastuca's daughter, and I don't think it's Joseph Pastuca's daughter. How she's in the newspaper being used as their daughter, I don't know. I just don't get it. She never lived in the neighborhood. I never seen her until my trial. I don't get any of it. Anyhow, the girl I sent the flowers to, she was riding in the car with the woman with the blonde hair, who was a nurse, and who I believe is a nurse, and they were riding back and forth up and down Lauren Drive, in the woman's truck together. Now the black truck together. She had a black truck at the time. Now this is the type of thing that happens where you'll just come out of your house and people will just sit there and purposely drive up and down the street just to fuck with you. There's no purpose there. It doesn't mean anything. And that's the biggest thing that I've been stressed out about is like people who have never heard of gang stalking, which all gang stalking means is a group of people stalking somebody, which is what's happening to me. Has been happening to me for a few years. And then people say, well, if they're not following you, they're not stalking you. Yes, the people are following you. The woman I sent the flowers to was following me all over fucking Grand Haven. How did she know? How did the woman know I was in Grand Haven? You know, and I got sentimental about it because everywhere I went, this woman was there. Then she introduced herself to me, and so I felt sentimental. And then she was driving the car with all these other guys, and they were driving by me, and she was trying to make herself look at me in my eye, and she could. So I went on the internet and explained how I felt, and I got angry and started. I don't care anything about the woman. Like if people who don't know who I am, who are just coming into this story, this is after this is after an emotional time in 2016 that happened. I don't care anything about the woman. I don't care anything about any of the people in this neighborhood. Like I'm in my own world. I don't know these people, and these people are following me around, harassing me. I got caught up in a situation. I got framed. It is what it is. I'm just explaining to people the scenario. So, this is not something that just happened. This happened in 2016. I went to jail for a year. And when I was being prosecuted at my trial in the courtroom, everybody that was involved with it, the family, knew I was telling the truth. So you got to look at this realistically. You're talking about a police department, a courtroom, a whole neighborhood, the newspaper. You're talking about everybody involved with me being framed. And for what? What the fuck? What the fuck? Why would these people have nothing better to do in their life but to do something like that? It doesn't. That's the craziest part about it. Like, are people that fucked up that they have to do something like that to somebody who doesn't even... Like, all I was doing in the summer of 2016 was lifting weights, exercising, and researching, and that was it. There should have been no reason why anybody needed to be following me or harassing me or committing crimes against... Like, none of that stuff should have been going on. And it was allowed to go on. And so there are witnesses and people who saw what happened, you know? And then then if you pull in the driveway, 2 houses to the left is a police officer. He knew what was going on. He knows who that girl is I sent the flowers to. I think everybody, I think Naval Recruiter does. A correction officer, when he moved into the neighborhood, he was talking to the family at the same time that I met the girl. So this isn't something going on that people don't know what's happening and they're not sure what's happening or are making it up. There's people walking around who know, especially the woman I sent the flowers to. There's people out there walking the streets who know I was framed, who know I was in jail for a crime I didn't commit. You know? And so that's it, man. And then the fucked up part about it is people look at me like they weren't there. They weren't in my position. They didn't see people. You know, I would like to see what would happen to somebody if they were followed multiple times a day by the same person for months and years. And no one does anything about it. Nobody gives a fuck. Nobody cares. Like these, like it makes me wonder, like, can anybody do that? Can anybody just start following somebody around and nobody cares? Because I went to jail for a year and I got framed for allegedly trying to pull some woman out of a car that I'd never even seen before in my fucking life, and then sending her flowers to make YouTube videos. All I did was send some woman flowers to make YouTube videos who was stalking me. And then I sit here and broadcast it and tell people, and then people sit there like I have to say the same thing 50,000 fucking times. And even after I say it 50,000 fucking times, the people just sit there and like don't get. It's like, are these people stupid? Like how stupid are the people that are listening to me talking? I sit there and say the same thing over and over, and the people are so stupid they don't even know what I'm like. No, like I can sit here for like the next 20 years and keep saying the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. And the people are so stupid, even after I say it 50,000 times, they're so stupid they don't even know what I'm saying. It's fucking crazy.